Going infinite in Slay the Spire is a fun deck building challenge that requires a greater attention to detail than even some high ascension level runs. Why? Because you have to do all the correct normal Slay the Spire stuff and you have to do it with only a few cards. In this video, we'll discuss how to build an infinite by going over the must-haves, pathing strategies, things to avoid, and things to search for. While this video focuses specifically on the Watcher, there are some key things you can use while going infinite with any of the 4 playable heroes. So let's start by asking, what is an infinite, and why should I do it? An infinite combo is a deck that can continue going on forever without needing to end your turn. You can end up taking out high-level elites and bosses in just one turn with an infinite combo. So why would you want to do this? First, it's a fun challenge. Second, it's quite satisfying to deal over 500 damage in one turn. And finally, if you want to get the You Are Nothing achievement, which requires you to kill a boss on turn 1, going infinite is the most popular and probably the easiest way to do it. So how do we build an infinite combo deck? Let's start with the absolute requirements. You have to be aggressive. Aggressive play, aggressive pathing choices, aggressively avoiding anything that will prevent you from going infinite, and aggressively removing cards that prevent you from doing so. If anything you do does not say yes to the question, will this help me go infinite, then you are effectively hurting your chances to have a successful infinite run. So let's break down our list. Aggressive play in combat means you are focusing 100% on dealing damage to take the enemy out. Energy played on blocking or on certain debuffs is energy wasted. Keep in mind that if you don't have enough energy to take the enemy out, then you do need to save some energy to block or you're going to end up losing. Aggressive pathing is focused on making your deck infinite. Shops, upgrades, and special events are a priority to help remove extra cards and get the cards necessary for your infinite runs. With the Watcher, the card choices can be broken into tiers. There is one absolute must-have card you have to find, and a choice of 2 others. First, we need Rushdown, and we need it to be upgraded. Playing a successful Watcher Infinite requires stance dancing, meaning we are going to do multiple switches between Calm and Wrath stance every turn. Having Rushdown pulls more cards into our hand out of the draw pile every time we switch to Wrath, so make sure to prioritize that upgrade so it doesn't cost anything. Our second absolute must is an upgraded Eruption or Tantrum. If you have both, it's even better, but we must have a 1-cost card to shift into the Wrath stance. Our second requirement for Watcher cards is we need a reliable card to be able to enter the Calm stance. This can be done using the Vigilance starting card, but that costs 2, so if you can find a card that only costs 1 or even a 0 cost, it's going to make your infinite so much easier to build. Look for Tranquility and Inner Peace. Fear No Evil also works here, but since every enemy doesn't attack on turn 1, if that's the only Calm card you have in your deck, then you may have to wait until turn 2 to go infinite. If you can find the Teardrop Locket, this will set you up very nicely to go immediately into Wrath and save a step. For your boss relics, search for the Violet Lotus to generate even a 3rd extra energy when you're going from Calm to Wrath. So what if you're incredibly unlucky and you can't find any cheap Calm cards, or you can't get the extra energy boost needed? What if you can't afford to keep removing cards at the shops? Your run isn't ruined yet. Other boss relics you want to look for include Pandora's Box, especially early on. If you can grab an empty cage, it's going to give you 2 free removals. That's another good one later on. Here's another list of excellent relics that are going to help you. Even if you can't find all this, you can still go infinite with the Watcher. Find an Empty Fist and Flurry of Blows. As we move on to see everything working together, if you're finding this video helpful, leave me a caw in the comments section and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more useful roguelite tips and tricks. Finally, we need to put everything together into one useful piece. Just remember, you have to play your cards in the right order. If you're using Flurry of Blows, make sure to keep track of where your cards are in your discard and how many cards you have in the draw pile. Rushdown procs your card draw, and if you have 1 card in your draw pile and all of your Flurry of Blows are sitting in the discard, you're going to end up needing to get creative with your energy to bring them back in. I hope you've enjoyed the video today. Be sure to check back soon for more tricks on Slay the Spire, and coming soon I'm building some videos on Hades and Monster Train and other roguelike. I'll see you soon.